Hey to the people, what's going on? It's me, Chase. This is No Chaser TV. I'm here with Jay and Tori B. How are you guys doing? It's Tuesday night. I know normally we give you the recap for Potomac on either Sundays or Mondays, but this week we had to do it on Tuesday because Mother is tired. You would have thought Mother went to BravoCon her damn self. I was up around the clock on No Chaser TV socials, giving you all the BravoCon tea in addition to the regular tea. And I don't want to see no more tea. I don't want to hear the word tea. Matter of fact, I just thought about sweet tea and I got mad. Like I'm that mad. I was tired. We were going to do the show yesterday and I literally had no energy and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And so I want to thank Tori B and Jay for being here on a Tuesday night. I do appreciate it. It's late. And so I thank you guys so much. Hey Tia Lanice in the chat in the lounge. How you doing? Speaking of the lounge has been booming lately on social media, especially on Instagram. So if you guys are not following us, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and follow us. We do greatly appreciate it. Miss Quad was down to the lounge, and a couple of other people have been down to the lounge lately. So, hey, to the people, we see y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and do this because I always forget to do it. She always forgets to do it. Y'all always let her forget it too. I don't understand.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram, TikTok. So here's the thing with TikTok. I want TikTok to show the same layout that everything else has. And so I got to figure out how we're going to make that happen because I want to give TikTok an experience like what we have here so they can hear your guys' commentary as well. And so we got to like logistically figure out how to work TikTok because TikTok was where we kind of took off first and they deserve the show as well. So we got to just figure that out. But logistically, it's not working with me being on a Mac. So I need to like adjust my camera back up. So I don't know. Either way it goes, let's get on into it. I actually, I'm going to ask you guys what you think, but I actually am happy with the episode that we got on Sunday because it wasn't like car wreck television, which means just a bunch of like fights everywhere and stuff like that. I had been saying all season that I love it, but I need some personal stories. And I feel like this week we got some personal stories and even one real housewife that I actually really super relate to. And you guys would be surprised to see who it is. So we'll see about who that is in a little bit. But I enjoyed it. I mean, even Giselle got a little piece of storyline going on. So, you know, I thought it was okay. What did you guys think? I mean, I know it's not the jam-packed episodes that we've been getting this season, but it was a welcome change, a pace for me and fresh air for me. So, anyone?
I thought it was a good episode. I liked it. Yeah, I heard Betsy said it was a good filler episode. I think it was good. Yeah, it was a nice change of pace from all the foolishness in Nevis. Kind of like starting to bridge the gap for where the rest of the season goes. So I liked it.
Okay, I don't know what I did. I'm sorry, Tori B. I don't know what I just did. Let me fix it, okay? I don't see Tori. Do you?
No.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry. All right. Tori, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I think everybody was in a little element. Ashley clearly is the only time you really hear and have her show up is when she doing a drag show, child.
And we're gonna
So
get into that in a little bit too, because
I mean, I feel like, Angel had her moment with her sister. Like everybody was in their own little element. Angel was back with her kids, finding out what was happening. Giselle figuring out the will
Tia
situation.
was with her kids.
I'm sorry.
Tia,
I mean, she was coming back to figure out what the hell happened.
yes, that Angel. So I was just making sure.
Angel was with her sister, so she could be herself. We don't know who
Okay,
that is, but
that seemed like more of the real Angel potentially, more of that wag Angel that Jazzy was referring to, as they was reading. They read down. And we're going to get into the angel of it all as well, because a lot of people are feeling a kind of way about it. So let's just get right on into the episode. We start. Tia's talking to her mom and her daughter's there. It was a cute little conversation. We'll move on. Monique returns and Ashley visits her at her home. Monique shows off what I thought was a really nice, lovely home. So if that's the only thing that she got in the divorce, Jay, I think that she did okay as far as the home is concerned. Now, I don't know about the bank accounts and this and that, but as far as the home is concerned, let's talk about that for a little bit, because that's the first thing that ever went viral on No Chaser TV socials, and it's because Jay sent it, and so we posted it, and we were right on the air, and we came off the air, and that thing had like 1 million views on TikTok, not TikTok, but on X, and it did really well on TikTok, and so that started the whole train. At the time, Monique was, just being honest, everybody was laughing. Monique was a laughing stock because she did not get this out of the divorce or that out of the divorce. Now that you've seen the home, now that we know that Chris financially takes care of the children, so she doesn't really have a worry, and she's able to provide the same lifestyle as them, as him, as far as the home life is concerned. Is it still a read that she didn't opt to get more out of the divorce? Do you think she got enough and now she has her own source of income? Well, I mean, I'm sure I don't know, I'm not counting her pockets, but she does have a lane of income with this show. Is it still a read to you, Jay? Like, where are you at with it? Because you really walked down on her head. So what are you thinking?
I mean, I still think it's stupid because it's about your kid. Now, I would say, look, the house looked nice. I liked whatever renovation she did. Like the house itself wasn't so much the problem, but it's just like you have this man who can clearly support your kids. Why not get spousal support? Why not get child support? Why not do things to make their lives even easier and not necessarily have to hope that Chris is going to give you money, because y'all relationship could change in a couple years and she's still not making money off those damn essential oils. She even said herself that she put all of her money into that house. So it's like, well, God forbid you need some money, what are you gonna do? Sell your house? So I just feel like it's stupid, and that's probably why she crawled back for this check. But the house looks nice.
Um, the house is nice. I just don't feel like Monique was smart enough to get paid for the contribution she made to that family. Okay, so it wasn't smart, and she said it herself, it wasn't a smart thing to do. Okay, the fact is, the cost of living has gone up exponentially since she was married to Chris, and I just don't think it was a smart thing to do. And although she likes to seem like she's so nonchalant, she needed this check. And so I'm not buying her, oh, I needed to get away from the toxicity and this, that, and I'm not buying it. You needed this check. Whether you was getting it from Carlos King when you went on those shows or you came back to Bravo, you needed this check because you had no real income. So I don't think she made a wise decision, although she has a nice house. Sorry. You really don't want to do this, and now you need to so you can feed your children. Oh,
I don't. Oh, I'm sorry, Torby.
no, no, it's okay. No, no, it's
Sure.
all right. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good.
I'm not being rude. I just didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought
It's,
it was like your cut.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now I do not agree with you on one part, but I agree with you both on the majority of it. The only part I don't agree with Tori B is whether it was that she did a Bravo check and a Carlos King check. Her initial runs with Bravo and Carlos King, she was with Chris. So I don't think she needed the money, which is why it was so easy for her to walk away from both endeavors. I do think that the money was ultimately the determining factor into why she came back. If she self admitted that it wasn't smart for her to pursue additional additional funds um, in the divorce settlement or whatever. Um, you know, I, there are some people who are like, he taking care of the kids, so why would I put him on papers? He doing right by the kids. It's not about me. As long as the children are taken care of, I'm fine, and I'll figure it out because I'm a self sufficient human being, and I can make it work. That sounds nice in theory for that person, and so I'm not going to knock that person's um the way that they operate and their, their how they do it. But for me, you this like ASMR, you hear it? That's money in my hands. That's the paper. Cause ain't nothing going on but the rent. Okay. With that being said, all the mortgage, all the property taxes, all something else, and I need a new dress, and I need to pay for it, and you need to pay me for my pain.
Let's be clear. You don't have to put somebody on child support though. Like this is something that they negotiate. Child support is for men who don't pay their child support or people who are not as like rich or whatever, right? You have something in place that the judge says you pay this amount or whatever. They can mutually agree to pay something. Where I have an issue is you taking all that time to raise baby, I mean to have babies, raise babies. You weren't developing any skills. You were a stay at home mom. And so yes, she can make her own money. And you're talking to a very independent woman. Get your coin, whether you married or not. Okay. Do not financially depend on a man. But what I'm saying is, other than reality TV, what other skills does Monique have? What did she develop? Can
They
she
give me
text?
Hazel for the OG and something from DC.
Yeah, that ain't cutting it.
She does spoken word and sells oils on the train.
So Chris, as a wag, as somebody who bared your children,
Who
you
got? How he get up there anyway?
you need to like
I'm talking
really
about
um make
Jay.
sure you compensate me accurately in that time. That's what I feel like. That's where I'm coming from. Get your coin. But the way Monique made it seem, even when she left Carlos King's show, is that she hated reality TV and she would never go back. And that's where the attitude,
Okay,
I
that's
feel like
different.
Yeah.
That's
That
she
different.
that
said that. She said
that's
it.
my
Well, she
thing
said
with
it, but that's different from what you said initially.
I
I
will say to
know.
Tori's point, she speaks in way too many absolutes on things that she's not absolute about. First, it was she
Absolutely.
didn't need Bravo's little check. Then she didn't need any reality TV check. And it's fine to say, oh, in the moment, I don't want to be here. Never say never. But you didn't say that. You basically piss on all these folks and be like, I don't need you. And then now you crawling back. And sure, it's been 5 years. Maybe you are in a different place, but you still said that it's out there in the ether. Like no one's gonna forget that, gonna meet you where you are, but it's like I'm still side-eyeing you.
So let me ask you a question. When people say things that are, years removed, days removed, minutes removed, and they change their mind, how do you think? Like, what do we think is the appropriate way to convey that our mind has changed, our position has changed, in order to alleviate people bringing up the past, the past, the past?
I'm gonna say this: keep your mouth closed. People overshare too much. She didn't have to say, "Oh, I will never go back," and this, that, and the third. Like you ain't have to say that. Like sometimes less is more, and that's just I feel like people overshare in this day and age, and I'm saying that as somebody who's on YouTube talking about shows or reviewing shows.
Yeah.
At the same time, like there's some things I think people should be more strategic with and sharing. And she did not have to go out there and say, I would never go back, or that's a little check, or that check ain't nothing. And
I appreciate her for saying that in the moment. I wish she would be transparent about it in this moment. But in the moment when she said that on
it
the
ain't a little check
reunion,
now.
no, but hold on, and it doesn't matter. In the moment when she said it on the reunion, it doesn't matter to me, because the moment when she said it on the reunion is because she was saying that in rebuttal to Andy, making it seem as though because he knew what she was paid, she was almost indebted to her, almost as if he was a white savior. So for her, thumbing his nose down in it in the moment, I hate that she had to go back. And I understand what you're saying, but in the moment, I was glad that she said it because, there is a such thing as a savior complex, and he has done that with many a black housewife in the past.
But
Nene,
hold on.
Was that in reference
Marlo.
to
Yeah.
his investments though, or was it to the check? I could have sworn Andy only said that in reference to Chris's investments.
Yeah, it was.
His
Yeah, it was.
portfolio. It wasn't about the check. It wasn't about a check.
No,
She was
he
like,
made it seem like she was like, go ahead.
no, it was about his investment. She said his
He's throwing shade.
portfolio is very well stacked and he makes a
Yeah,
lot of money. That's what
and
that was
that's
in
what she
reference.
said.
No,
She
but
didn't
it
get
was
that
it
check.
didn't she didn't just say it.
No, but it was and I know what Tori's talking about. The conversation was about how they were like well off, and it wasn't like, oh well, you're on this show because you
He
don't
said,
have.
I know what you make here or something like that.
But
She was like,
but
shut up
let's
and chat.
but to this point, let's say that that's true. It's the fact that number one, words mean things. Saying I don't need this little check means I don't need to be here, more or less.
Yes,
And she walked away the next season, which we saw, but then you
yes.
double down on another platform, on another network, on another show, and poo-poo that, say, I don't need to be here, I don't need to be on reality TV. It's only but so many times, even if you feel it, even if it's valid, it's not too many people in the reality space who have doubled down like she has multiple times saying, I don't need this just to come back with your tail between your legs.
I want to be very clear though. I don't want you guys to think that I'm misunderstanding what you're saying or not even agreeing with what you're saying because I do. I'm just saying for me, when she said that in the moment, it was gratifying for me to watch someone let
And
Andy know
mhm.
that you're not the controller of my destiny.
I
Because
got
that is the way it came off in the moment. I can go back and watch it, and if it didn't, I'll go ahead and recant. I won't recant it, but well, I guess I will recant it. I'll walk it back and say that's not what it was. But I remember it was a large section of social media that actually applauded her for letting him know what time it was in regards to her husband's finances because he brought up the check as if it was such a great check and that is why she should stay, and she was letting him know that my husband does very well. And then he was like, but he said something, and she was like, no, he does really well. His investment portfolio is amazing.
yeah.
But
And
then
this little check, I don't
also,
need it.
but then
So
also
I
it's
get
like,
it. I just think two things can be true. I do.
but then it's like now looking back that she basically has said she was fronting the whole time she was on the show. It's like
I don't think she was fronting about that money though. I
she
think the
was
money is
fronting
what
about
made her
happy,
stay.
she was fronting about how happy she was in her marriage.
Absolutely. But that's why the
But
money would make you stay.
but if that money was so good, then she would have made sure she walked away with a piece of it. So were you fronting to maybe kind
See?
of maybe were you fronting to big up a little bit more than what Chris really had? Not saying
No.
he doesn't. We don't know.
Well,
But
hold on.
if she's saying that she was pretending, they were keeping up an image, maybe you were also keeping up an image about what Chris had financially.
I don't think that she was keeping up an image on what he had financially. I think that she was keeping up an image to be happy because she was not happy with him and the things that went down on the relationship, and the money was a plus, and it got to the point where the money was not
Didn't
enough.
matter anymore. Yeah. You
Yes.
I
get to
mean,
that point. You get to that point. I've been there before.
Money sometimes is just like, oh,
but I agree with you. But I think if you're gonna front about one thing, you're gonna front about everything.
really?
It's yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I
because if
don't
you
think
just
so. I think people mix lies with the truth all the time.
but Monique was front and now. Okay, so let me preface this. I'm actually ready to meet Monique where she's at. Y'all know I've not liked her. I'm ready to give
I
her.
thought it was a breath of fresh air. I got to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. But the reality is, everything that she did season 2 through 5 was a front. And
Yes.
I don't want, and I know we got to recap the episode, but
Yes, we do
if
actually.
we look back, all this stuff about people were jealous and all this, I think what it was is what we didn't see, what footage was cut, whatever happened off camera. I think they all saw through that bullshit and just let her continue to put on whatever air she had. But it's just like, girl, you're not really Monique is one of the least trustworthy housewives on Potomac. So I
In
take
what
everything
sense?
in a sense that she basically admitted that her whole time on the show wasn't real. So
You know,
side eye you. And this is an admission coming out of her mouth
yes,
saying,
he said it.
so it's just
I'm
like,
not debating that.
and I appreciate the honesty, not saying that it's necessarily wrong that she was front. And I get it, it's your family unit. You want to try to make it work. But at the same time, she tried to have on these airs as a way to try to knock down all these other women who weren't afraid to lay their shit bare. She was the only one outside of Karen who wasn't laying their shit bare. And we see how that worked out for both of them.
Well, but see,
Oh,
here's
well,
the
that,
thing,
that
right?
puts
Hold on.
things into
Excuse me.
perspective.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. One moment. I'm sorry. Let me say this, and then please, Tori B, and then we got to move on because we haven't even gotten into the episode. But I wanted to say, yes, I understand The fake and putting on airs thing. But I also think uh it could be a situation of people learning themselves and finding themselves, and you think you are this person, and then sometimes you wake up and you be like, I'm not this person anymore, and I can't continue to pretend to be someone I am not. And so I kind of received it from that kind of a place, as opposed to the place that you're receiving it from, although I heard the same thing. But things land with people differently. So I mean, that's how it landed for me as far as I'm concerned, because I know certainly, you know, I had a relationship that was long term. It certainly wasn't a marriage, but it was a 4-year relationship. And I was not the same person at the end of that 4-year relationship as I was at the beginning. You know what I mean? And I wanted something completely different for my life. And I knew probably midway into it that I love this person. Like, I love you. Like, I love you. But the person I want to be, I can't be while I'm with you. So that's, that I've been through that to a degree. I haven't been through the marriage and kids. Certainly, it's on another level, right? But I could kind of relate to that. Like, it was things that I wanted to do. I wanted to, like, it's so ridiculous, but like, I would be like, hey, I want to, back when I was younger. Now I kind of have my hair cut like I like it, but when I was younger, I was super experimental. I was wearing stuff. I'm a fashion girl, but when I was younger and could like fit into anything, and like I would do my hair all kinds of ways after I broke up with him. But I wanted to do that well into the relationship, and I didn't, because he expressed that he didn't like that kind of stuff. So because he didn't like it, I didn't do it, it seems like childish and minuscule, but for something that someone really wants to do in finding themselves and expressing themselves, if that's the way that they want to express themselves, and your significant other is not in support, and you purposely stifle yourself in an area, and this area just so happened to be outward self-expression for me, because I was a big personality on the outside, but I was even bigger on the inside, and I hadn't even tapped into my full potential at the time. You know what I mean? To me, that was one of the deal breakers. Like, oh, I can't even do this or do that. Like, this is crazy. Like, I want to go out. I want to do things. I want to like be who I know that I feel or think that I am. And if I'm not that person, at least I tried it and I knew that wasn't for me. But I can't be with you and you do it because you don't like it. But it still took me years to come to the realization. Well, not to the realization because I realized it, but it took me years to finally stop it and end it and live my life. So I kind of do relate on a certain level, as far as I can relate, to some of the things that she said. Tori B, you were going to say, and then we got to get into the episode because that was literally like nothing.
We
So.
see. I was gonna say it makes sense why she was drinking heavily, allegedly.
Well,
oh Lord Jesus! Now listen to this, because I'm gonna have to read David.
I'm not lying. What happened?
No, I didn't say anything. I just said, "Oh Lord." See, hold on. Let me take it down. Somebody read it, because what happens is when I press it, it highlights it, and now I can't read it. So somebody please read David's comment.
We're making excuses for a person. This is from David.
David, yes.
We're making we're making these excuses for a person that thinks she's smarter than everyone, and that's the main issue. She also thought she was bigger than the program and had to crawl back.
I do believe she thought she was bigger than the program. We've seen that, but I don't think that I'm making excuses. I'm just saying there are certain things that she said that I understand, certain things I don't agree with that she said, and I think that we're allowed to see the duality in people. And like, some people you wrong on one thing, you wrong on everything. And I'm just not that kind of girl. So for me,
I think since we have to see, let's see what she says. Like I said, this is the only time I'm gonna ever give her. I want to see where she's at now. If she's gonna continue her bullshit through the season, then I'm gonna drag her. But I'll give her.
And you ready to drag the heifer?
I actually make a wrong move.
I wasn't that upset to see her back. So
it felt like Potomac again. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain it. I was like, it's starting to feel like Potomac,
Even though she needs stuff. Never mind. You know what?
Just don't even thank you. And I thank you. Wait a minute.
The confessional looks are getting worse and worse.
You will not do it. Okay. It's too rooted in something for you to say something about them. So don't even do it, girl, baby.
It's rooted in bad fashion.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, she is confused as to why Ashley would start a clothing line with someone else notorious for bad fashion, and that would be Giselle. She says she's going to be cool if Giselle is going to be cool. Wendy is renovating her home. She's renovating the sitting room, the family room, the dining room, new floor, sunroom. She's renovating the whole damn house. And
She needed to just move.
it just feels like I just be cringing, man. I thought they were going to chop it because we didn't see anything else or hear anything else about renovation until after, you know, episodes into the season. But I just be cringing, dog. I don't want to hear nothing about Wendy House. Cut it. Just cut it out.
Not Hotep Fashions.
That's what they are. So I have a slight theory about Wendy in this house.
Oh Lord.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like Wendy has gotten away with, out of all the women on the show, they've probably shown her house the least. And I tend to think that, you know, as casts have rotated, she's probably like, well, look, they probably about to spend more time in my house. My house looks the most basic out of all of them, that she was ready to just gut the whole thing. But anyone with common sense knew that they weren't spending enough money to do all those renovations at once. But I think she kind of got tired of her house looking like a model home compared to everybody else's. Well, we're not going to talk about Giselle, but
yeah, because that's a tear down, even after the renovations.
To my point, though, we've spent the least amount of time in Wendy's house, probably compared to anyone on the show. Mainly because nobody wants to drive up there to see her, but you know.
Oh, well, you know what I really feel like worked in her favor? I feel like what worked in her favor is the only person that stayed further than Wendy was Robin Dixon.
That's
I
not
knew
true.
he was gonna say
Robin's actually closer, but I'm gonna let you have it.
Okay, listen.
In her sweatbox, Pennsylvania.
You know, I'm gonna always bring up that sweatbox in Hanover Reed, baby. I don't give a damn what you say, Jay. I don't give a damn how you like her. You don't.
And that's fine.
You gotta respect. Hold on, wait. You gotta respect a girl when the read is the read. I may not like girls, but when the read is the read, I gotta give them the read, baby.
When her home was renovated,
Karen Hugo told Robin ass up.
And when her home was renovated, it looked a lot better than a lot of them women.
Okay, we just talk about the read, baby. You don't want to. Do you respect the read or no?
No. Because
girl, I ain't going.
I tell you this,
truth. I ain't doing that with you tonight.
Giselle looked like she bought the furniture from this place over here on 125th Street with all the blinged out.
I hate Giselle's decor so much, and because she has such a nice lot too for her house. That's what pisses me off. Like it's on that nice decoration.
I just be wanting to know why did she go in there and ball out at the Rent Center like that? Like she told, and then listen, I've been a Rent Center girl. It's no tea, no shade, but Rent Center is for the girls who rent a center, girl. I needed that Rent Center at the time, bitch. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? She got money.
I'm an average woman. When I moved into my apartment,
she like a.
I bought my furniture from Z Gallery. She could at least afford.
Oh no, it's very Z Gallery.
No, but it's the tacky stuff in Z.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's like all of like the
on clearance. What she got?
Yeah, it's very Z Gallery. Who was that? They said couldn't afford a line of credit at Z Gallery. Oh, Miss Quad said that about Toya.
Well, she probably wasn't wrong.
She said Toya bed, borrowed, and stole to get her house. And she remember when Toya couldn't get a line of credit at Z Gallery. That's what she said.
Wendy and Dr. G had the same house. It's the same decorating.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but Dr. G's house was sickening for 2009 or 10.
And so was Wendy's.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Now, Wendy's dad did not wish her happy birthday. Her stepdad stepped up for her as she was growing up. But he passed away when she was 29, and she says that her mom did such a good job. She didn't realize her dad wasn't there at times. And this is one of the first things I can ever relate to when it comes to Dr. Wendy Osefo. I really resonated with that story because My mom and my dad got divorced when I was super young, maybe like 2, 3 ish. And I still saw my dad regularly up until I was about 9. I remember waiting on my 10th birthday, like, okay, I mean, I didn't hear from him for a while, but I just knew he was gonna call on my birthday, and he didn't. And I was like, oh, he didn't call. Like I was, like, oh, like, whoa. And I was angry about that. And I took that out and on everyone in different ways until I was at least about 16 or 17, maybe 17. I was a nightmare as a teenager, but I was angry. I didn't know that's what I was angry about, because I didn't really talk about it and I suppressed it and I didn't really, you know, have that outlet to express how deeply hurt I was, because my mom, I don't really want to tell her business because that's her story, but my mom's biological mother didn't raise her either. And so I didn't, even though I knew she probably would have understood, we didn't talk about it much. You know what I mean? And I knew that she could tell that that may have been the issue with me, but like I said, we didn't really breach the subject. Um, but she really did overcompensate and went above and beyond. I could not have asked for a better mother than the one that I have, like above and beyond, to make sure that she knew that I knew that I was loved. And she married again, and I was I loved him to death. But as I got older and I got angrier, it's like, you are not my daddy, okay? So it doesn't matter what you do. And that guy, he had his issues, of course, as everyone does, but he really, really took care of us and really, like he had a really bad side, but he had a really good side. Like it was like no in between, like really good, and then it was like really bad, right? And he passed away, even though they got divorced as well. He passed away when I was in the 12th grade, and when he passed away, it was like I stopped and I realized, like, oh my God, that was my dad. You know what I mean? So I didn't realize until he passed, and I just was like, you know what? I can't change it. He wasn't there. He's gone. I respect the time that I had with him. I wish I could have done better by him, but I didn't know at the time. And it wasn't until he passed that I like really was able to start. And I'm 18, like putting this stuff together. And I am in my 30s now, and I still haven't spoken to my father, haven't seen him. He stays in the DMV. I have been given his address and his number and stuff like that, but I've never reached out. I've never gone to like his home. Like I've never done anything like that. Like I was thinking about it when I was in the DMV in March. Like I can't believe I'm here. Like I could be past. Like I was going somewhere. And I was like I could be passing my dad's house and don't even know it. You know what I mean? Until I got the address. But yeah, like I really related to that, and I think it gave me more insight as to why she is the way she is,
Mm.
because she felt like she had to be that way. And that makes so much sense now. And I understand Wendy so much more now, because when you feel that, even though you recognize the love, there's always a portion of love that is missing. And so from that kind of disappointment, that kind of hurt, I know for me, I learned to not really be trustworthy, unfortunately, which is something I'm working on. And B, I learned to be super protective of myself. And so that manifests in a lot of different ways. But I really related to Wendy on that. And I never thought that I would relate to the good doctor with 4 degrees. But I really do appreciate that. And that is what I've been saying I've been missing from this season of Potomac. So that is why I really liked this episode. And so kudos to Wendy for sharing that, because a lot of people can relate to that, because I related to it in my own way. So, whatever. Anywho, did y'all have anything y'all want to say? But I really wanted to speak to that point, because as bad as, not even as bad, like I feel like, I think there's a misconception, like I don't like Wendy. I like Wendy. I enjoy Wendy. But I think that if you think she does something wrong, it's just never really public opinion. So you're gonna have to, you have to tussle about it, right? And so I think that a lot of people feel like if you call Wendy out, if you believe she's wrong, that automatically equates to you not liking her, and that's just not the case for me, at least. Now, I was a little upset with her season 5. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really like her like that, but she's grown on me. I like her, and I do appreciate her for that story. All right, did you guys want to add anything?
No, I just like when we get real story and not manufactured bullshit. So I wasn't aware that, her and her father were so um what is it?
Strange.
Estranged, yeah. So I just like that she was being genuine in that moment and gave us a real story rather than other people.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the scene. I mean, I think I can definitely empathize with parent issues. I just wish she would have thought about what her stepfather would have thought while she was scamming. I no, I genuinely enjoyed that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but no, I genuinely enjoyed that scene. Just a thought.
You knew it was coming.
Y'all know I'm not gonna be me if I don't crack a joke on something.
I know, I knew it was
It's just, hey, listen, be you. Be you.
That poor man.
Stacey is shooting content for Shayo, which is Nigerian for happy. She says it's not a cheetah brand and it's not named Happy Stacey, so no one should be mad. Eddie says that he's going to name a strain of Happy Eddie copycat in Stacey's honor. Stacey tells Ashley about the name of her cannabis line, and it gets super quiet on the live that she was on the FaceTime that she was on. Ashley says that she is sick of Stacey because she feels Stacey lied at reunion about Stacey. Y'all, very quickly, let's talk about this, right? The reason why I want to talk about this is because although we are really enjoying
David, yo.
I hate that I got my context in because I should have been able to see that. Okay. Although that we are really enjoying, what my aunt said to me? Well, first of all, I got on this jacket so y'all gonna be able to see. 2 things, right? So my aunt had her 75th birthday, auntie, over the weekend, and she told me, she said, Chase, you losing weight. And I was like, I guess. And she was like, okay. And she's 75. She not finna fucking lie about it. You get what I'm saying? They don't lie. One thing about old black women, they love a good fat shame. They love a fat shame. So when she said it, I was like, oh wow, really? So I got on the scale and I did. I didn't know. This is the first time in over a year and a half that I'm under a certain mark. We're pretty transparent on here, but I'm not gonna say how much that is. Y'all need to know all of my damn business, okay? In the words of Candace, I'm gonna be judicious with what I choose to share. No, you know what? That's rooted in shame, isn't it? Ain't no shame. I am under 300 pounds for the first time in a year and a half.
I love that for you.
Girl, I just carry it well. I still be looking good. I know 300 pounds is a lot, but you're that number, girl. I still be looking good. So, you know what I'm saying?
Ew.
But thank you. So, what she said, I was like, okay, I guess it is paying off because y'all know I have not. When the last time you see me with a cocktail on the live? Come on.
It's been a minute.
I cut cocktails out. I've been drinking. I've been doing better. I've been trying. I probably won't have another cocktail until I don't even know really because my birthday was when I wanted to have one. And now I don't have like a milestone to have one. I may have one Thanksgiving.
Just do it with club soda.
I'm gonna have a margarita.
Drink tequila straight.
I'm gonna have a margarita though. I'm just letting y'all know.
Drink it straight.
I'm gonna just have a margarita though. I'm just letting y'all know.
Drink shots.
Anyway.
I'm just telling y'all what I'm gonna do. But thank y'all for the suggestions. I appreciate it, Bookadoo. And my other aunt said that she could see the whites of my eyes, and she was so happy. She was like, "It's been so long." I said, "Well, how did I used to look?" She said, "Like this."
Pupils is dilated.
I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, y'all reading down. Thanks for the compliments, I guess." Anywho, but I wanted to ask you guys about this because there's something I want to touch on about Stacey. Love her boots. You guys saw me speaking with Stacey. You guys can go to No Chaser TV. It's on all socials. Me and Stacey spoke as a part of Bravo HQ Live, where I got to ask Stacey a couple of questions. Lovely person. But are we giving Stacey a pass because she's funny?
Yes. because she's very performative and fake and calculated, but she's harmless with it so far.
Like,
Because the fact is, with the whole cannabis thing, she danced around that on Watch What Happens Live. She's speaking in semantics, but Giselle was not incorrect in what she said. You wanted to start your own Happy Stacy, Shia, Burner Boy, whatever. You wanted to start it. It's here. You lied saying it wasn't there. I don't care if contracts hadn't been signed. It just, I think Stacey is so media trained. She dances a fine line on the truth to the point where right now, because she's such a breath of fresh air, we like it. But if she continues to do this and she's around another 2 or 3 seasons, it's going to
Get
backfire
old.
in her face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna get old. Let's be real. I don't think this is cute though. I don't like the fact that she's taking bits and pieces from people and like I just don't get it. Why would you pick a Nigerian name for your brand? It makes no sense. I don't care if she did Ancestry or DNA 360. I don't care what it says. You did not know, you didn't grow up in that. You don't know anything about the culture or your heritage at this point. Why are you being so disingenuous by choosing a Nigerian name for your brand? And you acting, then you again, I don't even like Giselle. And Giselle put it out there on Front Street, and you that is absolutely incorrect. Like Stacy, everybody lying on you. Come on, Stacy. Stacy, I don't know if Stacy knows who she is. I think, does Stacy have any other friends outside of the show? I want to meet one because I want to see what the other friends say. And I don't mean the guy that she brought to the Bloom Ball either. I need somebody else to state how Stacy is, and because I don't want to be around people who imitate every move that I make. It is giving single black female a little bit. Let's be very clear. My
It is.
Nigerian sisters, bitch, don't touch me.
she's funny. I gotta admit, the girl's funny. Thank you, Zoel, for your super chat. We do greatly always appreciate your support here. Um, yes, you better get somebody. Yes. Ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody sent me a text. Okay. But yeah, y'all know I was on Stacey ass last season. I was. And this season I've been a little bit lax about it, but I think that she knows her way around a situation, and that's what works in her favor. She does not answer what she does not want to answer. If you ask her about TJ, her go-to response is, "I can't speak to that." And so, but I do think that what worked in her favor as well is we don't like gang ups, and that's what it was. I do think that if you have to deal with her on a daily basis while filming, and you have to listen to that as someone who's not watching from a periphery view, and you're ingrained in that, if you have someone always like that all the time, it will probably be annoying.
Mhm.
So I do understand why the girls are annoyed, and I can't sit here and act like I don't even if it's Ashley of all people, I can understand how that would be annoying. However, it's Ashley of all people, so for me, I, see, I hate that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not giving her a pass, but it's like it's Ashley. I don't care. I don't know. I just Stacey, I love you. I'm sorry, girl, but some ain't right. I just do not like that she would go and name it like that is too much. Like, and the girls, I don't know if she's trying to give them storyline fodder to fight. I don't understand the motivation. If you're going to have a brand that is similar in industry to someone else on the same show as you, it should still be identifiable enough and distinguishable enough to separate the two. You muddy the waters when you use a Nigerian name that translates or whatever it is. I don't know. Someone said Yoruba. Someone said
Yoruba.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but they're saying on the show Nigerian, so that's what I'm speaking to. I do not understand for the life of me why you would use a Nigerian name that translates to the same thing that your Nigerian co-star and her husband have a brand named as. I just think that that is too close for comfort. It is like, you can go back to Stallion Booty and Donkey Booty. Okay, there was a case for that. You could go to Tipsy Girl and Skinny Girl in New York, where New York, excuse me, see, you better be lucky you're not dealing with Bethany, Stacey, because Bethany would have tried to cuss you out. I'm sure you would have won, Stacey, but Bethany let Sonia Morgan have it about Tipsy Girl and called it a Cheeto brand that rides and piggybacks off of the name and off of the success of someone else in a similar brand in a similar industry. So to me, it's giving Cheeto brand. I root for everybody, so I'm not going to root against your business. I think that that's tacky as a business owner to root against a business, but I think that Stacey is so smart and so eloquent that she could have named it something else and it would have done just as well.
I agree. I just want to go back to my point again about saying how she's teetering on that fine line of goodwill that she has, and also the fact that she came in the group when she did. But the reality is, you about to be on your third season, assuming you're coming back next season. I'm pretty sure she is. Your feet are really about to be to the fire. Like, you kind of skated by on the whole TJ thing because it kind of been able to sweep that under the rug. But the women are going to have a lot more questions, not just about the cannabis, but about your relationship with Timu. Like, she's really, I just don't want her to feel herself a little bit too much. And I feel like slowly but surely she's starting to feel herself. And it doesn't matter if Andy loves her. I'm not saying she can go anywhere, but I just don't want her to overshoot her hand, overplay it too quickly, and then have all this blow up in her face. Because yes, she's smart, she's media trained, she's funny, but she's still not a Housewives vet just yet. So that's why I'm like, I like her, don't love her, but I just got my eye on her.
Let's test Stacey right now. Hey, Stacey, the next business venture should be some soap.
No, what is? No, come on now.
And so then you could really, be like, even I can smell better with this new.
I wouldn't buy no soap from Stacey. I think that's not a smart idea.
I wouldn't buy weed from her. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I probably would buy a gummy from Stacey.
Like, what would we buy from Stacey?
I don't want to be delusional like her.
Well, you don't want to buy these great earrings. Look at the drama. Look at the length. Look at the stones.
She does best being a call center. I feel like that's where she'd thrive.
Okay, let's just move on because I got to get the rest of this over with. Angel and her sister Ingrid have ice cream. Angel tells Ingrid about Nevis and the catfish of it all. Angel says that Wendy has nerve to laugh with a-hole lips and Forrest Whitaker in the eye. If y'all don't know what the Forrest Whitaker eye is, the Popeye sailor. And Ingrid says, Miss Before and After, Miss Permanent Filter. And she also knows Giselle ain't talking because she's seen her around DC, and it's a no, sis. They then also talk about how Giselle soft focuses that neck because we're talking about who filters what. Now, people are saying, and I asked this, episode 4, I asked, when the girls were in Neva's night 1, and Angel went off on Wendy again, but didn't say nary boo, spit, speak, spaghetti, nothing to Giselle. Is this giving colorist? Now the narrative is starting to pop up that Angel is colorist. You guys said no then. Where are you landing on Angel being potentially colorist now? And did she read the girls? And what did you think about that scene? Please, very quickly.
I'm going to say no to colorism only because I'm pretty sure that she said something about Giselle, but production is probably editing it because she has more of a feud with Wendy. With that being said, could she be colorist? Yes, but also I know that there's conversations that get chopped and screwed This scene was very weird and whack because Giselle can soft filter her neck all she wants, but it still looks like Giselle in the face. Angel, the problem is it didn't look like you. You look like Cedar's World. Like, make the main thing the main thing. Like, I really didn't like this scene. It was just like,
Oh my God.
where is this coming from? And also just felt like it felt like y'all talking about the show on the show. Angel, ooh.
Okay,
Angel's got to go.
You doing
Sadness,
I gotta get you because you.
sadness has got to go.
Okay. He said, "Oh,
I know he getting bad.
we gotta get you up out there."
Cedar's World got me.
I am like cannot move right now. It's the big baby.
I would say that Angel's sister read the girls. That's what I would say. My problem with Angel is where's this energy in front of the girls? Where is it? You can't do stuff and don't be a confessional gangster. Don't be a gangster when the girls ain't around. You need to read them when they in front of you. And so to me, Angel is not emotionally ready to be in front of the girls. She's not ready to be in this group of girls. As far as the colorism thing, if we are being honest, right? If we discuss this, there are people that would say, oh, Black people can't be racist. And they would say, listen, I don't think she's colorist. And again, it's been said that a lot of stuff gets chopped. I just think that the bigger feud would be between Angel, like Jay said, between Angel and Wendy. And so that is the focus. I do believe that Angel is chasing her own tail because she created this issue with Wendy. You allowed Kay to get in your ear and be like, do you like this girl? And then y'all went back and forth and you went hard at Wendy, and then you don't understand why the girl don't mess with you. And then you want to be like, oh, she barely spoke to me at the airport. Well, that's because you did that. So to me, Angel lacks a lot of self-awareness. She basically started that shit and then hid her hands and acting like she don't know why Wendy doesn't like her, is not talking to her. So it's just very strange to me.
Can we I just want to say, can we quickly, I don't know if we discussed this. When Wendy, I don't know if she mentioned on the show or if it was at BravoCon or something, when she said that Angel came over to her house with Bobby and her kid to have a play date with Wendy and her family before all this, that just also raised a lot of alarm bells in my head, because it's like, if y'all were cool, where is this coming from? Like, I don't know. Weepy Wag, my God, today. I just had to throw that out there because it's just
Not
like
Weepy Wag.
I think that Angel was confused at them pressing the issue about her saying that if Kiana said it, she would have a problem, whatever. She was mad one day and she got over it, and they were like, well, that's not being authentic. And she was like, I slept on it and I'm over it. And for them to continue to push it was Angel's issue. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that was what I understood Angel's issue to be.
But your homegirl said she would chin check you and then lied to you and double back and then called you out.
But I also said, well, see, here we go.
You don't have
I'm just answering Jay's question. Now, see, this is how I get misconstrued and what I'm trying to say, because I'm not saying anything else. All I'm saying is,
I'll just bring it up.
But Angel should have had smoke for everyone, because I did not like the way that Kiana rushed that apology out. I don't like a rushed apology. It feels like it's to pacify me, A, or B, to shut me up. No, you just recanted something after me and you spoke privately. So I feel like you're manipulating me in the moment. And I felt like she should have had something for Kiana as well. So
you know, Kay speaks 500 words a second. I love Kay, but she
speaks very fast.
She's like, and we're gonna take this, and we're gonna do this. And
okay. She does, Jay, but it's the difference between speaking fast and rushing accountability.
I mean, that's true.
And that's what I feel like she did.
Kay be trying to think about her sentences in her head as she's talking.
the the way that she did, the way that timeline went was she said that she had a chin checker because she felt like she was Team Wendy to Giselle. Giselle brought it up. She denied it. Then, she thought about it. She said, you know what? I did say it. It could have ended there. She then goes and calls the girl back off camera and says, I never said it. And then Giselle gets her cornered and she says, for you to say I never said it would mean that I'm a liar and I'm not lying about this. And then Kiana's like, you know what? I did say it and I apologize, Angel. We're good. No, 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 no.
And Angel allowed her to play in her face.
But
like
that's what I'm saying. She should have had smoke for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I understand why Wendy's confused as to why she doesn't have smoke for everybody, but I hope Wendy is not confused as to why she has smoke for her.
Fair.
Now, last week I was accused of not being able to call Kiana out.
Oh, my gorgeous Kay.
Kay got your tongue?
Listen, I will just say,
you didn't say it. Tori B did.
Oh, I enjoyed Kay at BravoCon. I enjoyed her there. I'll say that. I didn't enjoy the other half of the Sad Sisters, but I enjoyed her interviews at BravoCon.
I honestly think that Kay, if she's lucky, she may get another season.
I think she will.
And did you see the way that she was hugging Karen? It was like, girl, save me. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you, God, you back. Thank God. Because they tear my ass up, and I need you. That's what that hug was giving. Girl, so glad to see you.
Got her own ass tore up. Coming in.
I think the more delusion we see from Kay, the more it makes sense that she's a housewife. She just needs to polish it up because she's a very delusional girl in a lot of aspects of her life. And it's like she's perfect for the show. She just needs to polish up these edges, but once Be More Eeyore gets out the way, she'll be all right.
Either way it goes, I think, and now let me get to my look. I see how they do me. I get ready to talk, and they be like, well, one more thing, just give me one. Anywho, welcome to the Chase Show. I'm glad you guys are here. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, anywho, as I was saying though, y'all, I understand that we wanted to be in the moment. It should have been in the moment. This lets me know that girl can read, and I think although she may not win at the reunion, I think we're gonna get a little bit more of a fight at the reunion if we don't see her putting up a fight at the end towards the end of the season. I think she's not gonna go down so quiet. I would at least hope not, but it doesn't feel like the two that I got from her at BravoCon. She didn't only just read Wendy, she was reading Giselle too. And I think y'all may get what you kind of have been wanting from her. I think it's just too late. Stick a fork in her. It's a Don Dada. The deal is done, but I think she's not gonna go out like no pawn. At least I would hope for her sake that she doesn't. But I just wanted to add that because we were around the clock at No Chaser TV, BravoCon, and there were a lot of interviews that I had to sit through and watch, and a lot of it said the same thing, so I didn't post all of them. But for the most part, it's three girls that she want a piece of. Ashley for something that's going to happen with her and Ashley the rest of the season. Giselle for what happened with her and Giselle at the beginning of the season, and Wendy. She was as diplomatic as she could be under the circumstances regarding Wendy, but she's not very happy. So those three, I don't think they have anything to be worried about. I think they can navigate Angel, but I don't think that they're just going to walk over Angel like they did during the season. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Ingrid is going to be the one writing her.
That's okay. All the housewives get their stuff written, baby. Every last one of them.
All right.
Some of them still go out the dome. I'm just saying for everybody out there who's watching.
Ingrid was reading the girl.
Some of them can go off the dome in the moment, but they still have their list prepared. All the girls do it. I've been privy to it. I may have sent the girls a couple of reads or two. All the girls do it.
As long as Angel don't do that, when she was at BravoCon, she was like, well, I have on a coat of armor, so it doesn't matter what
that's weird.
I was like, girl, what is this church?
Because that's what I am. That's who I am and what I do. And it's like, girl, because that's like the Angel, the kind of girl that she take her earrings off, or like she want to take her shoes off while she fight. If I catch you take your earrings or your shoes off, I'm gonna hit you.
I think I'm gonna be real with you. I think her insecurities are her downfall.
Do y'all understand? Hold on, wait. But do y'all understand what I was saying by that?
Yes.
Like you got. I just want to be clear because, like you, if you're the type of person that needs to take time to prepare and all that, while you preparing, I'm already gonna tear your ass up. Like that's just kind of girl. I'm not waiting on you. Okay, her insecurities.
Her insecurities are her downfall. I think that's her issue in this group. And again, it is because
Somebody said in this daggone group.
oh, because I mean, if somebody said, "Oh, you don't look like what your picture is," I'd be like, "Okay," and if I filter, that's my fucking business.
It's
What's your
my
point?
Instagram and it has nothing to do with you. And if anybody needs a filter in here, it's you.
Yeah, like I don't understand why she was
I
just
don't.
so,
But
and she does this a lot.
no, you know what? I could understand. You wanna know why I can understand?
Wow.
For some people, it's hard for them to kind of grasp in the moment. Like they understand that they're being tried and come for, but some people are so caught off guard because they're not coming for you, and they feel like I'm not bothering you. Why are you bothering me? Kind of thing, and it's like kind of like what, huh? You know, and then they have to go home and go in the mirror and say, I
And
should have did this.
process.
I should have
Yeah.
did it like this. And next time she do this, I'm gonna go like this, you know. But then they come back the next time and they sitting on ready. And that's not what we seen. So I guess that doesn't apply
That's
to
what
everybody.
I'm saying. Like, I don't,
But some people are like that. So I can understand why, you know, but
yeah, I'm gonna get
I
you
wouldn't have
next time. But
have
she
been
not
there.
even
Yeah, it
giving.
wouldn't have been
She
me.
not
It wouldn't have
even
been me.
giving that. It's
Yeah.
giving you got with your big sister, and this is the time when you talking shit. When
But
you should have
sometimes the big
gathered the
sister got
girls
to be
when
the
you
big
was at the
sister though,
damn
Corby.
table.
She only
Sometimes the
gonna
big
fight
sister got to
behind
be.
Bobby. That's all it is.
Well, yeah, but that's man. But I guess that's male centered. Y'all go ahead have it. Sometimes it takes somebody outside of you in a situation to be like, girl, snap out of it. Like Cher said. Okay, Tia talks with her older daughters and her husband about Lexi's party with 100,000 people there and the cops being called and someone throwing up in the kids' room and the daddy letting Sienna run the show because he didn't know what the hell was going on and the only person who knew how to run the household was Sienna, baby. That's Sienna house. And it was a cute, confusing, fun, chaotic scene. Tia seems to do that stuff well. I know we could talk about it, but we're not. Sorry. Giselle actually has a storyline, and she's going to Atlanta for her father's will that she is battling his wife for. Um, Kiana is at the condo with Greg, getting ready to go to Wu-Tang Clan because Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with. And they live together now and are buying her condo. And Greg will come when his 3 kids are gone for the week. They have done the hard work and they are enjoying each other after they've had their therapy session. Somebody want to talk about it? Go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say, child.
Ain't nothing to say about that little troll she dating.
Uh, that little house analogy was getting on my nerve. Because at first I thought they were talking about building an actual house.
No, they're talking
When I
about a house of
realized
love.
when I realized they were talking about their relationship, I was like, all right.
Well, you know, Jay, what they say. Love is a house. You got
Okay, very much next.
Love is a house. I gotta listen to that when we get up
And I
off of here.
got the key.
Ding, 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 baby. That movie right there, baby.
But
Okay.
Greg's house looked better than I was surprised. This house looked a lot better than the one they were in last season. I was like, damn, social workers paying like that.
Y'all
But
go.
yeah,
See there, y'all go.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Y'all
know
go
what social
with
work
it.
get
Hold on.
paid. But yeah, that's all I had. God bless.
Stacey and Wendy meet wearing the same color. Wendy bodied that Fashion Nova dress. That's not a read. I was looking for dresses for Red Dress Run, and I came across that dress a lot, but it was orange, so I didn't get it. But she cleared it. To me, Wendy enjoys Stacey because she is not a serious person. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? Because although Stacey's not a serious person, and I can understand how you could find her comical, I felt like some of the things. I feel like some of this stuff is disrespectful. I don't know. Stacey tells Wendy her brand name is Shayo, a Nigerian word. She chose Nigeria because she has an affinity, not infinity, affinity for Africans. excuse me, and Nigerians or whatever she said. Wendy said Stacey had stolen her business and she stole her aesthetic a little bit. Um, it's giving Candlegate.
And now she exposing
Wendy
her
would not let anybody else play in her face like this. Well, yes, she would because she let Karen do it.
and she's showing her nipples now.
So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not as serious. Maybe it's not as serious. I don't know. Realistically, you can fight over this, but do you own the cannabis industry? No, you do not. So you probably do not have the. It probably wouldn't be smart to pick a fight over that. I would though be. That's a good word, Zoel. I would be miffed. I would be miffed. I wouldn't be like it. Just it would be annoying. Like out of all the things you
Single
can
black
do.
female. That's
I'm
what it is.
I'm sorry. It gives that she's trying to like reheat the Wendy NECA of it all without the negativity, but it's just there's never been this much focus. Tia, I mean, well, granted, Tia in her confessional talks about being Nigerian, but it's like she don't even talk about Nigerian as much as Stacey does. And if anything, Stacey looked like she's more white than anything else. So it's just it just gives very fake. But Wendy they both looked amazing in this scene. That's
It did look really
No,
good.
I think it's worse than what we're really lending it. Okay. First you rented a boyfriend. Then you was dating Chris Samuels, which is Monique's ex-husband. Now you have your own cannabis line and named it Happy in Yoruba, which also happens to be Wendy and what Wendy and Eddie are. It feels like she's taking pieces of all the housewives on the show and making it part of her identity. It's very strange. She's really taking pieces of everybody in some way. I don't get it. She went to the same place where everybody in Potomac gets their dresses from. She went to Vivian. I mean, was her and I don't even her and Karen clearly was not friends. I just don't get it. I don't know who Stacey is. Stacey is making up some identity mixed with other identities of other women from the show, whether past or present. It's just it's sick in a way.
You know, there's a comment here that says Stacy did not know Monique, so that doesn't count. I don't. I think if you're upset about it, it doesn't count. But what I will say is mighty ironic that she has all of these, as that Torbia said, all of these mirroring images of housewives past, present, and some of those situations extend cross platforms. And out of all of the men that she spoke to in the DC area, it just so happened, or the DMV area, excuse me, it happened to be Chris Samuels.
mm-hmm.
And so we cannot turn a blind eye to the fact that regardless to whether Monique should be upset or should not be upset or has a leg to stand on in regards to being upset, it is weird that that is the man she ended up talking to, just like with Alexis and OC. Yeah, you guys didn't overlap, but out of all the men, that one, you know what I mean? It's a choice. It's a choice.
And then you
Yeah,
go
but Gretchen the OC, it's a choice. You
then you
know,
go from white ass Timu to allegedly gay
Other
TJ
end.
to big black Chris. It just don't even. And I'm not saying she can have a type, but also is it not weird that if she dated Chris, I feel like this happened after her first season. But why, if you're talking about you've been seen out or you've been with all these people, why is Chris the only person that we've seen you with?
Yeah, I think she's doing all of this to make sure she stays on the show.
She don't have to do this though. If that's the case, stop doing it.
But I don't think she knows that she doesn't need to do this. This is what I'm saying. And everybody's like, she's funny. It's funny. It's refreshing. Ha ha ha.
It
New
is.
blood. But it's just like, what are you doing here? And I agree with Wendy. And what made me laugh was when Wendy does the breaking the fourth wall and looks directly in the camera, like, look at this bitch.
Yeah,
That made
it
me
was
laugh.
different.
Yeah, like,
It
but
was different.
love, love, love. I hear you. They are Igbo. I get that they're Igbo, but remember, Stacey does not know the difference between the tribes or any of that. She
Yeah,
just has an affinity
she has an affinity for Nigerians.
for Nigerians.
After she found out that she was Nigerian,
I want to know the percentage. She full of shit. Listen, my nephew got all of them the African nations in his blood. He's like 2%,
yes,
3%,
I have to
8%.
agree here. I have to agree here. Potomac has been so heavy and boring for seasons now. Oh, I need it. I'm sorry. It don't make sense, and it's a lot of holes in the stories. But I needed it. Thank the Lord.
I'm still in the minority that I never thought Potomac was that heavy, or maybe I just don't get caught up in the bullshit like people do. I feel like
No, that's to you. That's your square. You don't feel like it's heavy. It's to
Mia
you.
came in like a Tasmanian devil that kept giving.
I don't think Mia was what made it heavy for me. I think that.
Well,
Oh,
Deep
The,
Space made it heavy.
well,
So
I think
forgot.
that. I
It's
think
been
that
so good. I
that
forgot
whole.
about Mia.
I think that whole
I hated Mia.
that whole thing. So the Candace, Robin, Giselle, Wendy of it all of that really shaped why it was heavy, and that may have been why I gravitated to Karen so much back then.
it was
Yeah,
only heavy because Miss Mamas kept sitting up on social media making it heavy.
Oops, somebody said it was the colorism.
Because Miss Mamas kept sitting up on social media.
I mean, but we also saw what we saw, and
Yes, we
you
saw
may
what
not
we
agree.
saw, but she kept putting
The social
fire
media
on
aspect
the flame.
wasn't what made it heavy to me.
Well, for me, that's what it was because
Yeah.
everybody else shut their mouth. She was the one Twitter fingering, but we're past that.
All right, Giselle says it feels like they're kind of winning the case, so good for Giselle. She's got a storyline. At I don't think she's gonna win. That lady was the wife. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it, bruh.
Yeah, but if she can prove that,
If you can prove that they did it, how you
yeah.
gonna? That's gonna be interesting to prove. That's an interesting. It's actually an interesting case, and that would be something that someone should do one of those deep dive podcasts on. Probably would never listen to it, but I'm sure if whoever did a deep dive podcast on that, that would be a hit for them. Giselle says it feels like they're kind of winning. Ashley, Wendy, and Stacy flying to Dallas to celebrate Jazzy's wedding. Apparently, Jazzy was 2 hours late. The dressmaker came with 13 with dresses in a suitcase that were not pressed and not ready to go. And so Jazzy's dresses were ready, but I don't think that the bridesmaids' dresses were ready, and it delayed the wedding severely. The girls had to leave. And kudos to Jazzy. It did get aired, and she married her man. Ashley gives out those whack ass RuPaul Drag Race names, and I just wanted to say, Ashley, I can't stand a RuPaul Drag Race gay. I got to be honest with you. I guess it's because I grew up when I came out. I was in the club where the drag queens were dragging, baby. That's drag. We talking Alexis Gabrielle Sherrington. We're talking the lady Marissa Armstead. We're talking um, 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 Tanisha Iman and the Imans. We're talking like when the girls were the girls. When I hear a drag name, baby, I don't be wanting to hear Miss Lotta Titties. I don't be wanting to hear that. I don't be wanting to hear that. To me, that's not drag. That's some goof troop TV ass shit. And I respect all the girls, but I just do not be living for them names like that. So them names that she gave, that was you're not gonna really get them names like that at a black gay club. Baby, I need to see some black names. Give the girls names, diva. Wendy would be. I don't know what Wendy would have been. I don't know what them girls' drag
I
names
like
would have been.
Tia's name though.
What was proper pussy popper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it because it's a play on her
Them like
being.
nicknames, but them not like drag
No,
names to
no,
me.
I get it, but it
No,
was
I'm
a
just saying,
play
you know,
on her
I
being from being
baby Miss
British.
Sunny Delight. Now, Miss Sunny D, what Stasha Sanchez, girl. Raquel Lord, the Rock'em Sock'em, girl. I'm giving you drag names, honey. The girls who are
But
the
it's
girls of the girls.
Ashley Darby we talking about here. She's
Giselle, I mean Darby,
fast.
Giselle Barbie Royale. Okay, I remember when the girls was so obsessed with Lady Gaga, they started adding Gaga to their name. Giselle Barbie Royale Gaga and Fantasia Royale Gaga. But I mean, you know, like yeah, but like all just it don't. I don't live. I don't live. I got a drag name, but I never tell you guys.
So why mention it?
Cause I wanted to let you know that I know that now you know and now y'all don't know, but I still know.
Oh,
Speaking of knows but don't know, but then when did it, would you know and didn't know, did you know, didn't you know from Erica Badu? Speaking of Erica Badu, Monique returns to the scene, bouncing in with a gangster lean. Oh, everybody's happy. And the Giselle say, tap Cal on the shoulder and said, look at this bitch. And Cal act like he didn't know Monique. I mean, act like he didn't know Giselle for 5 seconds and got the hug and the bouncing. I was like, some bestie got the
sure
bouncing and
did, and
hopping.
tapped him on the shoulder. I
She
swear,
did.
I was like,
She said, look at this bitch.
yeah.
And he was like, oh, we finna have some fun. Oh my God. Oh.
I peeped that.
And you know, everybody's dancing. She dances with Wendy, and so everybody's like, they didn't know what they were gonna get. Was she gonna be cool to come out of bag? And then when she was bouncing, it was like, okay, what she got on her? She ain't got nothing on her. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So other than that, you know, the girls call it, you know, and everybody's having a good time. Wendy says that she never got to know Monique and they only filmed a couple of times together. But after that, they didn't see each other much. And that's because Wendy was so firmly implanted up Giselle and Robin ass her first season.
We
And
like
she also told Monique that she said all black women bad. The
okay.
entire, do you feel setback, Tori B, from Monique fighting
Don't
Candace?
ask me because I told you I don't like the fact that she said she was gonna kill
No, I'm just
Candace.
asking, do you feel like did you feel like you was set back? That's all I ask. You're a black woman.
I am
I'm
an
asking you.
individual,
I'm
and I
asking you individually as a black woman, did you feel set back when Monique fought Candace?
no, but I still believe Monique was dead ass wrong for doing as much as she did.
Okay, that can still stand. I just want to know if you felt set back. That's all I want to know. That can still stand. Kiana asks Monique if she knows Stacy, and Monique tells the girls, you know, T'Challa passed away, and I just deleted the rest of the recap. So, but we're almost done. T'Challa passed away, and Wendy said, "Good," because the bitch almost attacked me. And she did attack me. Anyway, so I don't give a damn about T'Challa no way. Monique was kind of like, "Now see, 5 seconds in, you talking about my bird." But after that, uh, Kiana says, "Well, I'm surprised you don't know Stacy." And then she was like, "I heard the name Samuels. I'm not sure." And then Giselle comes in with the assistant says, "No, she doesn't know Monique. She knows Chris." And everybody says, what? And Stacy like she wanted to shit a brick. I must admit, although I hate that I know how it ends up, for me, the cliffhanger of the episode felt like Kiana's first attempt at a actual Real Housewives of Potomac chess move. So I gave her credit for that. I know how it's going to end. We're not going to speak to the next episode, but the end of the episode was fun. It, you know, I'm going to be honest. Um, the teas that I got were that the season was a little bit slow. The new girls um, weren't getting it as quickly as others have in the past, and so Monique coming in felt like um, it may have been needed. However, the way that the show has been edited, it doesn't feel that way. But you know, they filmed a lot of stuff that we haven't seen in these last 7 episodes, and a lot was cut to give us what we got. A great show nonetheless. I liked it. I'm excited for Monique's return, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. Kiana tried. We'll find out next week if she succeeds. But as far as the cliffhanger is concerned, I do think that, you know, that was her first attempt at something, and it's par for the course on Potomac to me. because everybody does it, just like when Wendy did it to her with Giselle. And so everybody does it. So whatever. All right, Tori.
Um, I wasn't really here for Kay doing that. I just I think the part where y'all said she fast talks, she did that in a moment, and it's just like I don't know. She's just not as good with it. Maybe she'll learn to be, but I thought it was a little corny for her to do it, especially because she's a newbie. Or maybe she thought she could get away with it better because she's a newbie because she didn't know any better. Um, but what's your beef with Stacy for you to out her like that? Like in the first couple of minutes of Monique being there. Like, damn, y'all ain't even get a cocktail. Y'all just got y'all drag names and your shirts, and you already spilling all the tea. I just feel like Kay was like, let me do this before anybody else do it. And I didn't really care for it. It felt rushed.
Let's roundtable this because see, here's the thing. I felt like a lot of people were going to feel that way, and I would like for y'all to tell me what's the difference in what she did and what everyone else has done or would have done. This is something that's part of course for Housewives, as people say all the time. Well, it's Housewives. It's Housewives. She did what Real Housewives do. It seems like she's damned if she do, damned if she doesn't. Because right now we're talking about how corny Kay is, but nobody in the comments in the lounge is saying how corny Giselle is for the assist. She was not alone.
I was not.
That is what. See, hold on, wait. This is what I'm saying when I feel like people.
It didn't feel authentic or genuine. How about that?
Okay, it didn't feel authentic or genuine, but she wasn't the only one in there doing it. Okay.
My thing was okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
My
Giselle
thing
has
was,
years of
Right.
practice on this.
Okay, but she was in on that one too.
yeah. My thing was, I was actually, that was actually the Tory.
Okay. Good
I
shot.
was actually not mad that Kay tried to put her foot in the mess, but it just reminded me of that scene when Cynthia is trying to get out what she said and Nini's like, that was my only problem. I appreciate it because I even tweeted, I was like, okay, I like when Kay's being messy, like keep this up. She just didn't.
It didn't land
Until
well.
she seized her moment, but she just couldn't. And if anything, Giselle gave her a solid because no one was really going to step in. So it's like, I'm not mad at her for doing that. And it actually shows me that she's not really afraid to try to move the story along or get the mess going back. So I wasn't mad at it. I just want her to continue to try to just be like, all right, this is what I'm trying to say. Let's just get into it. So that was my only thing. I mean, so I wasn't too mad at it.
I think that's a legitimate question. Like, I do think maybe she's not great at it. Maybe she hasn't had a lot of opportunities. You have to also be reminded this is her first actual season as a full-time housewife. Because last season she didn't film as no full-time
You
housewife.
didn't hear what I said? I said maybe she'll learn to do it better. I literally said that.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm just saying it is her first attempt.
I'm just saying where I'm coming from. This is where I'm coming from. It's her first attempt. I'm not making excuses. Well, maybe this sounds like an excuse for her. I don't really care what it sounds like to y'all at this point. But just from my vantage point, if you say it's corny, y'all need to spray Giselle too, regardless of whether she was trying to help or not. She got in on that, and she could have stepped back and let that girl flop it on, and she didn't. She wanted to get the story out as well. She was not the only one pushing the story and pushing the narrative. It was also a story that had been talked about on the whole group trip, so it needed to be brought up, regardless of who did it or how they did it. It needed to be brought up, and how they deal with it is on them. And we've seen them throw Kiana under the bus all season. We've seen Kiana throw girls under the bus this season too. We've seen them all do it. They all do this. So to me, it is nothing different. And I'm really surprised at the reaction to it. Maybe she wasn't great. Maybe it's not her alley, but she did what the girls do. And if she didn't do any of that this season, then the conversation would have been, she ain't doing it. She don't get Housewives. This Housewives, she don't understand how to do it. So for me,
I give Kay her props that she is still, despite however she might be floundering and be going down into madness, she is still pushing forward as best she can and not trying to get too harped up on stuff that's happened.
y'all not gonna like it. Go ahead.
That's why I'll just appreciate that she's trying to be like, all right, bump whatever is going on with me, Wendy. Let me just jump into something else. I'll give her that because I'd rather you try than to not do anything at all.
I'd rather like to see a girl trying to keep her job than a girl that don't care if she got it or not, i.e. Angel. So yeah, that's why I'm at with it. And for me, Kiana don't have to go, so that's why I'm at too.
She
She,
doesn't.
she can learn that. I'm about at my wits end with her. She's trying to learn this thing. Got to be honest, because I never advocated for her to be a full time housewife. I just advocated for her to be there on the show and be like a forever friend kind of thing. But if she's going to be in this housewife role, and then you have to understand too with Potomac, it's a hard show to crack. It's a hard show to break into. Like there are some shows that are kind of hard to break into. Potomac, Salt Lake City, they're hard on girls.
Beverly Hills.
Mm,
Beverly Hills is not as hard. Maybe it's hard in
In
the
the past,
ecosystem.
maybe.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah, maybe it's harder in the ecosystem. But them girls are such easy reads that I guess that's probably why it's hard. Because if you read them, they're gonna be mad. I don't know. New York was notoriously hard to break into for a
yeah.
lot of new girls. The old New York was. So some
Yeah,
shows are
we
just
had
really
quite a
hard.
few one season wonders
Yeah.
Oh
on New
yeah, I
York.
think
Yeah.
New York had the most one season wonders,
But
haven't
that
Yes.
they?
show was amazing when it was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, oh yeah, the conversation is done, but it's been done for weeks, MJ.
Can I quickly say the funniest thing that stood out to me in the mid-season trailer? And it was
It was so good. I love the
this,
Milton trailer, but go ahead.
the scene where, and I don't know if they're connected or if it was like a voiceover, but the scene when Kay is like crying randomly and Stacy's like, "What's wrong? They don't have trees in Baltimore." That had me screaming, laughing. Because that is some stupid shade, but I
He
really
is so unhinged and
I missed that one.
yeah,
oh
she
yeah, no,
was
MJ, I
like,
get it. I'm just saying they've been doing it all season, child. So
she
yeah,
was like,
I'm
"What's
glad that
wrong?"
Monique is here now, so we can wrap it up. That's what we needed Monique to see Monique wrap it up. We're gonna see how she will reacts to it. If she gives it life, if she doesn't, if you saw the sneak peek, we'll talk about it when we review the episode. We will not be talking about it tonight. With that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you wherever you're watching from. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the people. Okay, for MJ, Zoel, love, 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 Sean, and then y'all had weird names tonight. Monique, um, to all the people. If I don't get your name, David, Miss 24EE, it's not showing up as y'all normal names tonight. So I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's weird. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
been
what's
weird
going
tonight.
on with YouTube.
But with that being said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in wherever you're watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you soon. I got to do Salt Lake City, so we'll see you soon. And thank you, Jay and Tori B. And we're gonna peace out to the new millennium. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I'm joking. I'm joking.